Good evening. I would like to call the November 10th Post Falls Planning and Zoning Commission regular meeting to order. Will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Wonderful. Once again, a reminder, as we always do, please make sure that your cell phone is on silent or airplane mode. Roll call. Kelly.
Kimball.
Here.
Carey. Here. Davis.
Here.
Ostermeyer.
Here.
Hampy. Here. Let the record show that all commissioners are present with the exception of Lynn Borders and Mark Latham, who are excused.
Thank you very much. Russ, anyone amendments to the agenda for this evening?
No amendments to the agenda tonight.
Okay, no amendments. Ceremonies, appointments, announcements, and presentation. Just one quick note, we have a public hearing on the agenda this evening, so if you'd like to speak or comment on any of the project, please fill out the comment sheet located in the podium in the back of the council chambers and turn it into Kelly at the front table before public hearing portion of the agenda and before we open the public hearing if you wish to speak. And Russ, I believe we have one more item.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would just like to introduce Warren Wilson, our new city attorney, to the Planning and Zoning Commission. Warren is on his second week with us, and we're very excited to have him here. He was an attorney over at the city of Coeur d'Alene for many years and brings a lot of experience and expertise, and will be joining us for our Planning and Zoning Commission meetings and helping us with the legal aspects of what we do and the business that is conducted in this through this board. So again, Warren, welcome, and wanted to introduce you, and if you would like to speak with him at any time, please feel free to give me a call or look Warren up, and we'll get you connected. So,
Fantastic.
thank you.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Perfect. Declaration of conflict. Do we have any declaration of conflict this evening?
I do. I have a conflict on the annexation, and so I will be recusing myself.
Duly noted. Thank you. Consent calendar includes the minutes and the Verizon Wireless special use permit.
I move to approve as presented.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Kelly?
Kimball.
Yes?
Hampy.
Yes.
Carey.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Ostermeyer.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion carried. Next item, citizen issues. This is the section on the agenda that's reserved for citizens wishing to address the commission on an issue that is not on the agenda. Comments on the issue that are planned for the future meetings and agenda should be held for that meeting. Is there any citizens that wish to speak this evening? None being heard, we will go ahead and move on. Unfinished old business, there is none, so that takes us directly to the public hearing. So as we get ready to start this, if you would like to speak or comment on the public hearing, please make sure that you filled out a comment sheet and turn it into Kelly at the front table. Items listed as public hearing allows citizen comments, and so with that being said, we are going to go ahead and open the public hearing on the Chase Road Grange Avenue annexation. So we'll go ahead and open that now and ask John to introduce the project, please.
Good evening, Commissioners. John Manley, Associate Planner here at the City of Post Falls, introducing the Chase and Grange annexation, case file A-15-04. The property owner is Jim Guy, and the applicant's representative is Copper Basin Construction, and the representative is present this evening. The requested action is to review the annexation request, determine that the single-family residential, the R1 zoning designation, conforms to the Post Falls Comprehensive Plan, and make a recommendation of approval to City Council along with any appropriate conditions that may deem fit. In looking at this project, you can see in the proposed annexation, sorry, I'm trying to get the mouse to work here. There we go. In blue, that's the 9.4 acres that was requested by the applicant. Staff reviewed this request and determined that although this was an infill proposal, that, and it would be consistent with some of the annexation policies in our comp plan, it would also leave an additional county pocket, which is also counter. So we recommended and required that 1.6 to go along with the 9.4. So together, as you see here in red, that would equate to 11 with kind of two elements to it, the 9.4 acre and the 1.6 acre pieces of land. The project location is on the northeast corner of Grange Avenue and Chase Road. Chase Road runs north-south, west of the annexation request, with Grange running east-west on the southern boundary. The current conditions, I have the, as you see here, highlighted with yellow and the red checkerboard pattern. The site, you see that to the west you have the large R1S properties, and to the south you got some single-family residential R1 zone properties, and to the north some other single-family homes with some other single-family homes north of Prairie. And looking at the zoning designations that are in the vicinity, in the lighter green, that's county property within that infill pocket, egg suburban zone property in the county. The dark green, that's egg zone property with the, you can see the adjacent yellow zone property that's in the city of Post Falls, the single family residential abutting the property. So as stated, you got the requested 9.4 with the required 1.6 acre. The current land use is residential ag. Proposed zoning is single family residential as stated, the water being provided by East Green Acres Irrigation District, and sewer to be provided by City of Post Falls. So that would conclude staff's introduction of the proposal. Do you have any questions at this time?
Any questions?
No.
Okay. Thank you, John. We will move on to the applicant. Mr. White, please state your name and address.
Steve White, 10895 North Point Hayden Drive, Hayden, Idaho.
Thank you, sir.
I'm here as Representative Copper Basic Construction, the applicant. I think it's a fairly simple and straightforward annexation request. The total of 11 acres infilling pocket in an area of R1 residential. For once, I don't even have a single thing I can say bad about a staff report. We've met with staff a couple times on this, and service extensions, the road improvements are all pretty typical in what we would expect. So we have no issues at all with what staff has recommended and what staff is requiring. So I guess I'm here to answer any questions if you have any, but don't have anything else to add to the staff report.
Okay. Any questions at this time? Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. John, staff report.
So the planning division reviewed this and found that the proposal with the 11 acres all included would be consistent with policies found within the comprehensive plan, that it is within the Post Falls area of city impact, it's contiguous with the city limits, and that the R1 zoning designation would be the most consistent in consideration of the surrounding area and zoning. Within Smart Code, Title 18A.04.040, the administration and structure, subsection C, more or less allows, well, City Council is to determine what's more appropriate for land less than 10 acres. And that is whether it to be conventional or more of the Smart Code zoning. Being that the requested annexation is 9.4 acres and the section requested by the city of 1.6, both being less than 10, they both would then qualify for the R1 zoning. Once again, there's the picture of the two areas of consideration. The engineering division reviewed this in regards to transportation, that in looking at the proposed zoning and the property, and it would be compatible with the land uses that were considered as part of the 2004 Post Falls Transportation Plan. Also, they're currently updating the transportation plan and the proposed land uses would be consistent with the current update that's in process. Chase Road is a minor collector, and the Grange Avenue would be a local access roadway. In regards to water reclamation, is that there are facilities adjacent to the property. The sanitary sewer would be either directed to an existing 8-inch main on Grange or to the Guy Road lift station. And that existing service capacity is not a guarantee of future service. For domestic water, as stated, East Green Acres Irrigation District would be coordinated for those services. Police Department has commented they have no issues with the proposed annexation request, and the same is true with Kootenai County Fire Department. That would conclude staff report on that. So do you have any questions with what was presented or with what was in the staff report?
So there are no conditions?
No, not with,
Okay, okay,
typically that is true when we handle annexations. There's a
Okay.
lot of times not conditions.
okay,
A few times though, we have processed unique annexations that do have some conditions that go
Okay.
with the annexation approval.
Fantastic. Any other questions?
no.
Okay, thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Testimony. Ellie, do we have any testimony in favor?
We do not.
Any testimony neutral?
We do not.
Any testimony in opposition?
No, we do not.
That being said, there would be no need for rebuttal at this time. Any further questions for the staff? Okay. Seeing none, I'm going to go ahead and close public hearing, and we will open it up for questions. Vicki? Or comment, I'm sorry, questions?
Oh, it just appears to me it's just a natural extension of what's going on there already, and I think it's a good plan.
Fred?
Feel it makes sense.
Nancy?
I agree.
I completely agree as well. So that being said, I would entertain a motion.
I move to recommend approval of the Chase Road Grange Avenue annexation A15-04, finding it that it is consistent with the comprehensive plan and adopt the findings of fact and conclusions contained in the staff report with the requested zoning designation of single-family residence R1.
Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Kelly?
Carrie?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Campy?
Yes.
Ostermeyer?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Fantastic. Moving on this evening to new business. No new business. Staff comments. Russ, anything to add?
Nothing to add tonight.
Okay. Commission comments. Anything for the good of the order?
None?
Okay. That being said, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
I second.